It is with great pleasure. We welcome Angela Johnson, and she'll be talking about mindfulness in chronic disease. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I guess good afternoon, right? How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good, excellent. Well, my name is Dr. Johnson, and I am a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine here at Rush. I'm part of the supportive oncology team and provide acupuncture as an adjunct to people not only with cancer but a variety of chronic health conditions. It is a privilege and an honor to be here today to talk with you about the role of mindfulness. And so we're going to talk to you a little bit about mindfulness, and I'll take you through a couple really simple mindfulness practices. All right. So I'm sure it's been, even though it's only 12:20, I'm sure it's been a very busy, jam-packed day for everybody. So I'd like to offer us all the opportunity to just stop and pause and take a breath. And so I'm going to guide you through just a very short, gentle, guided meditation. So I invite you, if you're comfortable, you can allow both feet to be flat on the floor. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes or allow your gaze to rest somewhere on the table or the floor in front of you. And make any sort of adjustments that you need to your posture for further comfort. So maybe make your spine a little straight, but not too tight or tense. Relax the muscles around the eyes, the shoulders, the belly, and take 3 nice breaths at your own pace. 1 gentle and simple breath at a time. And as you do this, see if you can invite in a sense of ease and relaxation. Just the possibility of ease and relaxation. As you continue to breathe in and out at your own pace, see if you can let go of anything that is busy going on in your mind. Because right now there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do, but just be present. And so I'm going to invite you now to allow your attention to rest on your body, just present on the chair. Noticing your feet connecting with the floor. Notice your body seated in the chair, your glutes, your back. And as I mentioned the following parts of your body, just see if you can soften and relax these areas again. And so let's first check in with the stomach area. Sometimes we hold so much tightness and tension in the belly. And so see if you can just allow this area to soften. Notice your hands and arms, softening the fingers. Again, relaxing the shoulders. And what about the jaw, the cheeks? Just taking a moment to relax these areas. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can bring your hand to your heart as a way of offering yourself just some kindness and compassion for how you might be feeling in this moment in mind and body and spirit. Noticing what it feels like to give yourself that kindness. And then as you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes and come back into the room. So when was the last time that you took 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to take a pause like that, right, during your busy days, to just take care of yourself, to breathe, to be present? It's been a while? Do I see some head shaking? Yes? Yeah. Why is it? Because we as human beings are absolutely just too busy. You know, we're busy juggling households and jobs and family, managing our own health, caring for our loved ones. We are overloaded and overwhelmed. And you mix all of our responsibilities with the everyday annoyances of news, crazy weather, Chicago traffic, right? That annoying neighbor or colleague. And the weight of life can often seem very, again, overwhelming. Whether we like it or not, right, stress in life is constant. And when it doesn't let up and it's paired, right, with feeling that we have no control over our circumstances creating it, it leads to chronic unremitting stress. And over again, research points to one fact, right? Chronic unremitting stress takes a stunning and toxic toll, impacting our body, impacting our mind, impacting our emotions and our behavior. We've all experienced this, right? When we're under stress, we notice when our muscles are tighten up, and when we experience headaches, right? From a mind perspective, our thinking might be muddled. We might be and feel more negative, right? From an emotional perspective, we might feel a little bit more irritated or feel depressed. And from a behavior perspective, we might be, right, more accident-prone, more restless, experience insomnia. And the thing about it is that over time, especially if we don't know how to manage it, the ongoing assault of stress begins to wear us down, zapping our brain power, compromising the immune system, and it can literally impact nearly every single organ in the body. While we don't have control over the stressors that come our way on a daily basis, there's really good research out there to support the fact that we do have control, actually how we react, and better yet, even respond to our stress, right? So we can break up with our stress. And one of the best ways to put yourself in the driver's seat of enhancing your own physical health and emotional well-being is through this practice that's called mindfulness. So I'm just curious, by a show of hands, how many of you have at least heard the term mindfulness before? Yeah, right? It's all over the news. Every time you go to the grocery store, there's mindfulness coloring books. Time magazine covers it. I mean, nearly every single, so about 1/3 of companies are now offering mindfulness training to employees. Mindfulness training is being offered in schools. It's being offered in, just across the country, and worldwide, actually. And so while there's a variety of definitions of mindfulness, the one that is most commonly used is this one from John Kabat-Zinn through the University of Massachusetts. And he defines it as mindfulness is awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. So the thing about mindfulness that's really interesting, I'll go back to this one, is that, as I mentioned, this is hard to do because I like to move around. So as I mentioned, stress is a part of everyday life. But the great thing about mindfulness is mindfulness provides a space between, that gives us a space to respond to a stressful situation in a more skillful and helpful way. And so with mindfulness, again, there's an awareness of our thoughts, what we're feeling, what we're experiencing in the present moment, And then we can respond by taking a couple breaths, by bringing compassion to ourselves, by doing a mindful walk, so that we're not constantly allowing the impact of stress to have a negative impact on our mental health and our emotional well-being. So, and this is in comparison to what happens when we don't have this mindfulness as a kind of a pause in our life, right? The stimulus of stress, and we have an automatic reaction, and then we keep ourselves in that constant state of chronic stress, which isn't good. And so, so some examples of mindfulness practices include mindful breathing. So that beginning kind of mindfulness meditation that I took you through was kind of like a mindful breathing exercise. So there's things like mindful eating, mindful listening, loving kindness and compassion practices, which are beautiful. There's a body scan, there's mindful walking, there's a 3 good things practice that's a really wonderful. And the great thing about these practices, you guys, is that you don't have to go anywhere special to do them. You don't have to go to a gym and sit in a room with the lights down and your eyes closed and sitting in, with your legs crossed for 45 minutes. I mean, we were all in this room together and we practiced mindfulness to help us be more fully present. So, and the benefits of mindfulness, there's a growing body of research to show that the benefits of mindfulness are really pretty incredible. Not only does it help you have more energy because your quality of sleep is better, but it helps to boost the immune system and also increases your level of happiness. There's also research to show that benefits the brain health. So it actually slows down the aging process. It boosts the part of the brain that's related to decision making, to our attention and focus, and to helping us be more empathetic. It reduces stress. For those people who have high blood pressure, there's lots of studies that show that mindfulness helps reduce blood pressure. It also has a positive impact on people who suffer with chronic pain, and it reduces anxiety. So not bad. So I'm going to take you guys through a little bit longer of a mindful breathing practice. So I'll take you through that in a minute. One of the things that why mindful breathing is so wonderful as a way of helping us be present is that we never breathe in the past. We never breathe in the future. We are only ever breathing in the present moment. So if we are ever in those situations, maybe, you're stuck in traffic, or whether you're stuck in traffic or you're trying to go to bed and your mind is racing through, all of the stressors and things that are going on in your life, those moments where you can't just relax because you're just caught up in the worries and the what ifs of life. And so as a way to help you be more present and bring yourself compassion for what you're experiencing, mindful breathing is a wonderful way to do that. And the thing is that a lot of times when I give talks and I typically do like a 4 or 6 week series to help people really dive into mindfulness practices, is that sometimes people say, well, I love this whole idea of mindfulness, but Angela, I just don't have time. And I remind them, guess what? You breathe 17,000 to 30,000 times a day. You have 17 to 30,000 opportunities to be mindful. So you can just put that in your back pocket and think about that. So I'm going to take you guys through a practice, again, where we're just going to be seated in our seats just like we were before. And so I'll guide you through this practice, and then I'll ask for some of your input on the experience. Okay, so if you're comfortable, you can go ahead and close your eyes again, or allow your gaze to rest on the table or the floor in front of you. Again, making any sort of adjustments that you need in your seat for further comfort. And so it's always nice to have the spine a little bit more straight, upright, but not too tight or tense. Having a posture that embodies a sense of dignity and strength. And so here we'll begin by simply noticing our body present on the chair again, the various ways our body makes contact with the chair. And so you can feel or notice your legs, the places where your legs connect, with the chair, the weight, the pressure, the touch. The back. Softening the muscles in the belly, the face, the arms. And so for the purposes of developing concentration, we're going to focus again on the breath, using the breath as a concentration object. And the idea is to simply allow your attention or your awareness to rest on the sensation of the breath, just one breath at a time. And so for this particular meditation, we're going to begin by finding the place where the breath is most comfortable and enjoyable for you to focus on. And so for most people, that's just below the nostrils, at the chest, or at the belly. And so take a couple of moments to determine for yourself where you'd like to rest your attention on the breath, either at the nostrils, the chest, or the belly. And now that you've found your spot, let this area be your home base or your anchor for your focus. And so for the next several breaths, just allow your attention to rest on one entire length of each inhalation and exhalation, from the beginning to the middle to the end. Again, just one breath at a time. And the moment you notice that your mind is wandering off of the breath, which it will several times, know that that's the natural wiring of the mind to wander, and gently shepherd your attention back to the breath. Make a mental note of the word wandering, and bring your attention back to the breath. So go ahead now on your own for the next just several moments, giving yourself this gift of pausing and being present. You are changing the physiology of your body for better health and wellness. And if you find that you need a bit more help keeping your attention anchored on the breath, just consider making a mental note of the word in every time you breathe in, and out every time you breathe out. So there's a gentle alertness, a curiosity about the breath in a way that we don't normally do during the day. And here, too, we can take this opportunity, if you're interested, before this meditation ends, to bring your hand to your heart as a way of offering yourself, just extending a sense of warmth and kindness and compassion to yourself. For taking this time to be present, knowing that this experience is building an inner resource for you to improve health and well-being. And as you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes and come back into the room. So I'm curious. It's a little bit hard because I typically like to walk around the room, but I'm kind of stuck here to this microphone. So if a couple people don't mind just sharing one or two words about what that experience was like, just to stop and pause and breathe, would you mind just raising your hand and sharing one or two words? Yes. Relaxing. Nice. How many other people found it, just by show of hands, found it to be relaxing? Okay. And I'm going to get to you in a second. That's a beautiful thing, and I really appreciate that you were brave enough to, number one, to share that information. The thing about mindfulness is that while many people do this practice to relax, that isn't the end goal. But if you end up experiencing a sense of relaxation as a result of your meditation, like, that is awesome. So just know, for those of you who did not raise your hand, and you're like, well, I don't feel relaxed. Did I do something wrong? You did not do anything wrong. Your mind and body still benefit, all right? But it's just a super triple bonus that you felt relaxed. Yes? She felt like everything was slowing down. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So my thoughts started to slow down.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in touch with my blood pressure.
Yeah, interesting. Yes, yes. When you do it, so she felt like things slow down. When you do these practices, you are literally inviting in the relaxation response, which is the opposite of the fight or flight response, which is related to stress. So you literally empower yourself to, like I said, literally change and have a positive impact on the physiology of your body. Your blood pressure slows down, your breathing rates slow down, and you're more fully present. A lot of times when I talk to people about mindfulness, they say, "Oh my gosh, I did this breathing practice, this breath practice for 2 minutes, and I feel so tired." Well, you know what? This is a way of helping yourself become aware of how you're feeling. So it's kind of insightful. It gives you information. So, running out of time? Okay. All right. Darn it. I just would love to talk all day. So anyway, we have, again, 17 to 30,000, almost 30,000 opportunities a day to practice just even the simple mindful breathing practice. Remember that these are wonderful inner resources. You don't have to go anywhere special to do them. We cannot stop the waves, right? The waves of stress coming at us every day, but you can certainly learn to surf. So you get a surfboard, you get a surfboard, you get a surfboard, everybody gets a surfboard. Well, okay. So, all right. But anyway, so again, and just to wrap things up, remember, we are human beings, not human thinkers, human doings, or human feelings. Our essential nature is to just be, right? So instead of we do, go all day long, and so this is a wonderful way to just tap into our sense of human beingness, if that's even a word. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Okay. All right.
So if we could have all the panel, all the speakers come up to the stage for question and answers. And anyone who has a question, an index card, please hold it up and we'll be walking around for it.
Testing.